Hello and welcome to this week's live episode of Woodlands on Air, brought to you by Woodlands Online. I'm your host as usual, Sean Thompson, here to bring you the latest in Woodlands area news and events for this week of November 3rd through the 9th. Happy November all. We are now firmly entrenched in the end of year holiday season. How do you know we're live? Easy, I can tell you right now, it is bright and sunshiny outside and 72 degrees. So it's that funky, bright but jackety weather. We're going to get up to 75. So we're still a little unseasonably warm this week and actually get up to the low to mid 80s for the highs, but we're going to be crashing down to the 50s and 60s and even 40s for the lows. And this time next week we'll be in the 60s. So there you go. It's hot in the summer. It's iffy in the fall, and it'll get cold in the winter. That's your highly detailed weather report. And now let's talk about some events that are happening this week. It is Monday, November 3rd, and I want to talk about Escape in Time. This is a great multi-purpose business. They have escape rooms, they have axe throwing, they have all kinds of great stuff. But one thing that's nice about the escape rooms, instead of it being the same thing over and over, they actually rotate it around. In fact, today you got Death Diary, Game Over, and the Tri-Wizard Quest. If you're just feeling gamey or wizardy or deathy, then Escape in Time is a place to go. And they got this going all week long. But again, they rotate it around. Later on this week, they have an axe throwing special. So check them out. How do you check them out? Easy. Go to woodlandsonline.com, click on the events tab. Go to today or do a keyword search for Escape in Time or whatever event you want to check out. Or you can also search by if it's free or not or family friendly or not. You'll love it. Check it out. Next, starting today, the Montgomery County Food Bank is starting its annual Holiday Helpings Food and Funds Drive. That's right. If you have food or funds that you want to donate, or if you want to host your own food and fun drive, Montgomery County Food Bank has an easy package to help you do it and just bring in some good food, because I hate to say it and it blows me away. There are a lot of people up here who are food insecure, and that's just intolerable to me. So let's get some food going and some funds. And remember, when you're donating stuff, whether it be toys or goods or foods or clothing, make sure it's stuff that you be proud to eat or wear or play with yourself. Don't give out expired food or torn clothing. And let's help those who may need a little help. Also, all week long, in fact, for a while beyond this week, the Woodlands Christian Academy is hosting applications, as is the John Cooper Schools. So we got two powerhouse private schools here in town. They're both amazing. And we have other schools too. And of course, we're coming up to the winter break for CISD and Tomball ISD, Montgomery, all the local ISDs. So lots of things are happening school-wise. But check out these private schools we have. You might be impressed. Now, looking out to tomorrow, Tuesday the 4th, Mahjong apparently has become a thing lately. Right out there with pickleball and stuff and pickle juice, apparently. But Mahjong, which has nothing to do with pickles, has a big following up here. And we have a business called Mahjong Rodeo, who does beginners classes, advanced classes, or advanced tournaments, as well as what they have tomorrow, Couples That Mahjong. So if you're in dire need of just his and her married couple night of mahjonging, the Mahjong Rodeo is the place to go. Or you can go to Precision Camera up I-45 near 242, because they got classes galore going on there, and including on Tuesday, they've got the Canon Beginners class. So if you have a Canon camera but don't know exactly what to do with it, go to Precision. They will sign up for this class. Some of them are free. Some of them you may want to pay a couple of bucks for. But they'll teach you how to frame it, what all the dials mean, what the heck ISO means, all these great things. Precision's the place to go. And if you're a Creekside Park resident, know that tomorrow evening their Village Association meeting is going down. And if you're not a Creekside Park Village a village member from another village, you may want to sneak in there and see what they got coming up for the holidays. Maybe you get some ideas too. Just saying. County Judge Mark Keogh is running for re-election, and he has his kickoff party tomorrow evening at the Table at Madeley, which is up in Conroe. So If you're a supporter, go support. Now we're going to talk about Wednesday, Hump Day. Beam, which is a company spelled with a little b and two e's. Beam is a light therapy business. They're really awesome. And what they're doing throughout the week and up ahead is they're doing little pop-ups at different businesses around town. I think this is really cool. I love the concept of a pop-up business or a business that does pop-up events. And this Wednesday, they got an event at Rejuve Wellness and Aesthetics. Now, it could be Rejuve, but, I wanted to sound hoity-toity, so I'm going to call it a Rejuve. But go out there, find out what Rejuve has to offer, as well as Beam. Also on Wednesday, Canopy Cancer Survivor Center is hosting a heck and neck cancer support group. I love all things about the Canopy Cancer Survivor Center. It's based out of Memorial Hermann Hospital up here in the Woodlands, but no matter where you're going for treatment, whatever hospital, or if you're not going through hospital treatment, it's a resource for you. Their doors are open. Everything there is free. I love it. If you're going through a cancer journey or know someone who is, Canopy's a place to check out. And then on Wednesday, also at the Woodlands Children's Museum, they got Pets with a Mission happening, where they're going to let little kids read to dogs. And I'm not saying the purpose is to get dogs new homes, but I'm not saying that either. I think it's a win-win all around. The kids get to read, the dogs get to get adopted, and away we go. And don't forget the Woodlands Children's Museum, which has been around for decades now, has some really amazing events. Every day it's open. So find out more at woodlandsonline.com by clicking on the events tab or searching for the Children's Museum. Well, we're past the hump on to Thursday now. A lot of things happening on Thursday, including at the Blue Lion Pub, which is, if you know where our offices are, it's about 300 feet that way. And they got karaoke happening. That's right, karaoke night at the Blue Lion Pub. They got a lot of live music happening. They've been doing a lot of sports. Apparently, there was some kind of baseball game going on the last couple of weeks that I didn't know about. But anyhow, Blue Lion Pub, great food, great service, great atmosphere, and apparently great karaoke. So there you go. Also on Thursday, it's Cereso Modern Italian Kitchen. Excuse me. They have a pizza making class. This is making it from scratch, making the dough, doing the spinning, flattening it out, putting the toppings on, cooking it. And between each step, they give you a glass of wine. So I think by the time this thing comes out of the oven, you're going to be well lubricated to try maybe not the best tasting pizza in the world, but it's yours, so you'll love it. So that's at Cereso there at the Western on the Waterway. Make your appointment now. Or you can head on over to Dozy Do's Big Barn, because Mo Brandy and Janie Frick will be playing. And I'm pretty sure it's Frick and not Fricky, so don't yell at me for a possible sounding like a dirty word. Mo Brandy, both great artists, and Dozy Do is just really bringing the heat. Of course, in the aftermath of the death of its owner, the family and local businesses and community leaders are all rallying around this amazing venue, a huge barn that was reconstituted from its original location, brick by brick and slat by slat, and it's acoustically perfect, and it's Woodlands all the way. Go check it out and show your support. And finally on Thursday, CASA, which is a child services nonprofit we have here that's amazing, is hosting its Hope Summit, where you get a lot of amazing information and we take care of the kids. I know it sounds schmaltzy, but I truly do believe the children are the future, and we got to take care of them, and we got to get them straightened out and adulted up and ready to go. And CASA takes at-risk youth and underprivileged youth and takes care of them. You want to support them. Believe me, you do. Okay, let's start wrapping up this week by talking about Friday. So I've been talking about all these amazing events that are going on, but you got kid ones grabbing onto you and not wanting to let go, or they're crying or they're whining. They want dinner or there's homework. You know what? And maybe you feel you can't go out, but you can by taking them to Woodlands Sportsplex, because they have a parents' night out Friday evening, I think going from 7 to 10. So take the little loved ones, go to Woodlands Sportsplex there on Gosling, drop them off, pay a few bucks, and then get the heck out of Dodge for a couple of hours and go do grown-up things as God intended you to do and catch your breath and enjoy the holidays. Or maybe one of the things you want to do is head on over to the Como Social Club there on the Waterway, because they got salsa night going on, and it's not the dip, it's actual dancing with live music and DJ going back and forth, not at the same time, where you can get your salsa, your rumba, your cha-cha on all the way. Earlier in the day on Friday, Picket Fences is hosting a 2-day holiday open house. If you haven't been to Picket Fences, by golly, they got everything you need to decorate your indoors, your outdoors, from basement to attic. Well, I don't think we have many basements here, but you know what I'm talking about. If you're looking for home decor or accoutrement or knickknacks and paddywhacks and curios, I'm telling you, Picket Fences is a place to check out. But the big news for Friday, before you go to any of these things, head on out Friday morning to the Woodlands Resort. Get your ticket in hand first for the Woodlands Chamber of Commerce's annual business summit. This is huge. This year they got new digs. They've been at Lone Star in the past. Now they're at the resort. They've got panelists. They've got keynote speakers. And this is where business people get together and compare notes. Because I'm telling you, in the Woodlands, this township's big enough for everybody to just thrive business-wise and helping each other as this business community does like I've seen nowhere else. So you got to check out the Business Summit. Go to woodlandsonline.com, click on the events tab, or even go to our news tab because we've written stories about it too. Proud to be one of the media sponsors of it, and we'll see you there. I'll be there that day. Okay, let's dive into the weekend real quick. Let's start wrapping up this week. Celebrate School of the Woodlands is hosting a free fall fest for the family. Fine. Fantastic. That's right. I've been to Celebrate, and whereas all my kiddos are long grown and the grandkiddos live out of town, if I had young ones, I'd be sending them to Celebrate because it's a great school. Wonderful married couple to set this up, and they got it going there. And they cherish the community. They want to be a big part of the community in this fall festival, which is free, open to the public, and just filled with family fun. It's their gift from them to you, so check them out. Also on Saturday, you can head out to Harvest in the Hills, which is at the Woodlands Hills, which is a new, well, it's still a new development, but man, it's going quick. Up there, just slightly north of the Woodlands, all through October, they had you buy a house, you get $5,000. But now with that special over, they've got their model home tour, but also Harvest in the Hills, which is a great family festival. I've been there. I'm going to head out there. Saturday's going to be busy for me, and I'm going to love it because I'm going to hit all these places and just enjoy the heck out of it. And then also Saturday and Sunday, you got the Texas Renaissance Festival. It's just tooling right along. It's another business who lost its owner this past year, but it's still going strong, and they could use your support. Head on out to TRF, the Texas Renaissance Festival. And let's wrap up the week with Sunday. I just want to tell you one big thing that's happening on Sunday is the Children's Festival. That's right. They're calling it Little Wood Forest, and it's happening at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. It's an amazing annual event, all for the kids. Take them there. I think it's free to get in. There'll be vendors there, all kinds of stuff. Run them ragged and make them crash out and sleep well Sunday night, so they can get back to school on Monday morning. And other things that are happening on Sunday, we got services galore, if that's your thing, or we got brunches everywhere, and we're talking some amazing food. The Woodlands has an astounding restaurant industry up here, and you got to check it out. We have some great stuff. Well, that's it for some events. Excuse me, I'm going to talk about some news that's happening. Carl's Quality Cooling and Heating is offering its annual, and I love this hard, their HVAC giveaway. Now, HVAC, of course, stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, also known as, your air conditioning system at the house. And every year they give out at least one, but don't tell anyone, sometimes it's 2 or 3, to a deserving family of a complete system. The ducts, the holes in the ceiling for it to come out, the ductwork, the units, everything, and they do it out of the goodness of their heart for families that have been there in the last several years for families that need them. And for the last several years, I've actually been there for when they knock on the door. It's almost like a publisher's clearinghouse thing where they knock on the door and surprised, you get a new system here. And just seeing the love and the community spirit from this company, I dig Carl's, and you should too. Congratulations to Mike Hawley. Who, you may ask? Well, for quite a while now, Mike Hawley has been Montgomery County District Attorney Brett Ligon's Commander Riker, his number two, his first lieutenant. Well, those of you who may not have heard, Brett Ligon has resigned as the Montgomery County DA after 17 years because he is throwing his hat into the political arena. He's running for public office. More details about that later on. But it left a little hole there, and Mike Hawley was appointed by our governor, Greg Abbott, to step up and take Brett's place. There was a massive ceremony last week. I was there. There were tributes and gifts and tears galore between grown adults. And now we have a new district attorney, Mike Hawley. Congratulations. And I hope that the only time I see you in court is we're on the same side, or I'm writing a story about you. That's all I'm going to say. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is Election Day. Now, you may think, why bother? Because I'm telling you, you should bother. First off, I think we got historically low turnout right now because the ballot, depending on where you are, is very thin right now. For the Woodlands Township, you're going to be voting on who should be the Position 5 board director. And you got 4 people running for it. There are 2 other races going on, but they're running unopposed. But there are several, nearly 24, a dozen and a half, constitutional amendments to the state constitution. And these propositions, you want to vote for them one way or the other because they are hardcore, and you got to vote for that. Now, and that's pretty much all you're voting for around this time, plus a couple of other municipal races. And of course, the big election is going to happen in March with the primaries and the midterms. Woodlands Online will be there for the whole election season. But I'm telling you, from me to you, early voting's done. So tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., as long as you're in line on both times, you can vote, have your ID with you, and cast your ballot. I'm begging you. The more people that vote, the more happy I am. And that's what matters at the end, isn't it? Moving on to the sheriff's office, I got to tell you, Wesley Doolittle and his crew have been just kicking butt and taking names. Just recently, some top stories we have, they busted a Woodlands Mall retail theft ring where when they were caught, they had like $6,000 on them, and these people got taken down. They've investigated a report of some possible funky Halloween candy. Thankfully, it turned out to be much ado about nothing, but they were there. They stopped a one-man crime spree. Some guy who decided to make off with a whole bunch of phones and tablets. Well, now he's going to have a lot of time to think about his actions and his life choices behind bars. Investigating a drunk driver, an alleged drunk driver, who hit a fire truck and tow truck and caused some injuries. So they were there for that one, investigating that. They caught a sex offender who was one caught before they got hold of him. And same thing, so we got Wesley Doolittle's sheriff's crew, and then we have Ryan Gable's constable crew, his deputies, his last few days. They had a Montgomery County Water District IT guy got busted by them for embezzlement. They took down a child pornography ring. There's just so many things happening with our local law enforcement. You got to keep up with Woodlands Online because every day there's something new. There's some fantastic things that our law enforcement's doing. Well, that's about it for me. A long broadcast today because we had a lot to talk about. But this is for the week, of course, November 3rd through the 9th. Of course, we have more than just this show. We got the Best of Us podcast. We got Between the Trees Business Talk with Aaron Cox, the president and CEO of the Woodlands Area Chamber of Commerce, and a lot of sports. We have we have coaches shows and sports recaps, and of course we do live streams of sports shows. And I know the season might be starting to wrap up in a little bit, but Woodlands Online is there for all your high school sports. And if you want to drop us an email, whether it's to me or anyone else, to how we can do things better or what things you love, we'd love to hear from you. Send that email to shows@woodlandsonline.com. Well, that's it for me, Sean Thompson. On behalf of myself, producer Justin, and everyone here at WoodlandsOnline.com, it's National Sandwich Day. Go get yourself a sandwich. Make good life choices. Don't text and drive. Get ready for the holidays. And I'll see you next Monday.